Welcome back to the long-awaited part 2 of adding the decals to your flake cup. So as you can see, the cup that I showed at the very beginning and did not allow myself time to say anything and welcome you was what we are attaining to do. So first step is cutting black flowers, or in this case, leaf prints in an outline. As you can see, they're solid here, but what I do is I end up reverse weeding off of the cup. For me personally, I find that is much easier when there are little lines and little dots and circles and such as part of the design. So I'm trying to speed up the video so we're not sitting here for 30 minutes watching me stick decals and weed. So I don't work this fast. I wish I did, but I don't. So apologies for disappointing you in that respect. So what I do is I just stick them on wherever I see fit. There's really no rhyme and reason. You can do a pattern if you'd like. You can be very specific and make them line up just so, but that's not how I roll. I do vary the size of the leaves a little bit in Cricut before cutting, so they're not all the same size, and I will flip them also so they're not all going in the same direction, so there is some variation to the decals. So I'm almost done getting them all stuck down. I'm going to start reverse weeding. So the black vinyl, even though it's matte, as you can see, it does not look matte once it has epoxy on it, but it does weed really easily off of the cup. The holographic or metallic vinyl, which you'll see me use in the second step or the second layer, is a little more difficult to weed. It definitely has more stick to it. Metallic sometimes will leave a sticky residue, specifically the Cricut brand. So what I end up doing is I'll just use a scrap piece that I weeded off and kind of just go over that sticky residue spot a few times and lift it up. Kind of like what you would do when you have a sticker on the bottom of a glass jar or something. And you have a little sticky, you just use its own stick to release the stick, if that makes any sense at all. So you can see weeding. So I don't show the next step that I do immediately after this one. What I will do is apply a thin layer of epoxy to cover the black vinyl, and I'll let that cure, and a day or two later is when I'll do the next layer of the decals. Gotta leave that epoxy enough time to cure so it's not still tacky when you go to stick. You'll leave fingerprints and all that stuff that you don't want to have to deal with, so I give it some time. Am I done yet? No. And I'm not very good at keeping this nice and centered in camera, so I 100% apologize for that. That's a rookie mistake on my part. Maybe I'll get better. No promises. How cool are those big old Monstera leaves though? If you could see them. Good job, Courtney. Okay. Fixing a few little lifts. Here we go. Black is down. All right, so it's now epoxied. Thumbs up, looks good. And here's the next layer that I have. So I'm going to reverse weed these as well. You can see that I did attempt a few to weed from the paper, and those fine little lines just are a pain. So again, I'm just sticking them down, no rhyme or reason. These I'll be a little bit more particular to make sure they're not too clustered of one type in one area, and there's a good variation. One thing, when I'm laying the black down, I don't overlap the black, and when I'm putting the holographic or metallic, whatever your second layer, I don't overlap those as well. I do overlap the holographic over the black, but not by much. I don't try to go like center to center overlapping, just kind of edges, so you can still see the black outline underneath. I think I have some problem with this one. Yep, see what happens? I pre-weeded that one, and a dumb little leaf didn't come off. So I have to do some troubleshoot fixing. Get that little sucker down and in place. All right. And here we go. I wish I enjoyed weeding in the garden as much as I do weeding vinyl decals. I'm not a gardener, hence why I put flowers on cups and not in my yard. These weeding pins, if you don't have one, get one. I believe I got this one from Mr. Nola's, but there's others out there that sell them. And I've even seen hacks where you take a sewing needle and put it into a mechanical pencil, and you click it like you're putting more lead out, but it will put the little needle out. I have not tried that. My luck, I will lose the needle and end up sitting on it. So I'm not that risky, but this little weeding pin is fabulous. And then the other tool that I had a little bit ago that I was doing the correction with, that was a set of dental tools that I ordered on Amazon. God bless the Zon. Order way too much from it. You can see them at the holographic vinyl wants to stick more, and it tends to rip on those bigger pieces, so there's more picking to get it all out. Getting those little circles, pop those. I'm going to try to find a corner and lift and just rip it off. This isn't that fun to watch, guys. I'm sorry. But thanks for hanging out with me. Yeah, I thought that I could fit that little guy, and so I trimmed him up, and I was careful, and I thought, I'm going to stick him on there. Well, guess what? He wasn't going to fit. So that leaf was a sacrifice. You'll see this sad thing, I had to fold it up and pitch it. Maybe upside down? No. Yep, sorry, dude. Bye-bye. Alright, so everything's weeded. You can see I put a black leaf on the bottom, and we are good. So here is what we are aiming for once all said and done. After the next layer of epoxy over the holographic, I'll do the name, and I put my signature hashtag decal on the bottom as well. And here we go. So no name yet, still in my possession, but it's all epoxy. Thanks for watching.